welcome to what many call the greatest setting in college football. Husky Stadium in Seattle settled nicely between the Cascades and the Olympic Mountains, and it doesn't get much better or much louder than this. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Washington State's offense will get the first crack at it here. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
The Cougars are in the hurry-up. He wants to pass it on second down. He finds his man. Makes the catch, and he's brought down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon with the offensive lineman call it out and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
The Huskies offense has its first opportunity of the day. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback will audible. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the right. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you this is going to be more of the same, Paul.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You know, this is a running back. He wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
They'll run the screen. Quick with the spin move. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Huskies.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Looking to pass on second down. Almost had the completion, just missed it. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And it'll be down right there. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Huskies look to keep this drive humming. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Off the play fake on first down. Snags it over the middle. Makes the catch and knocked down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. They'll try to get outside. Finds a crease at the 20. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Huskies. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by scooting 31 yards for the score. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's looking to throw it. Gets it out fast. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Washington State going quickly.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Wazoo! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Pittsburgh. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, you talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
To throw, it's Nunez. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Husky.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Here comes the offense on first down.
691, Gators score. Pound 55.
They'll give it to the back. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The toss to the outside. Open space at the 25. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The corners are walked up tight. Use the play fake, now to throw. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Quarterback could not have walked that ball and placed it into the hands of his receiver any better. That was a perfect throw. Wide out, deep downfield, you got to finish the play.
The run from the shotgun. At midfield, he's got room. And he's running in the open. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Nunez. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up his first period with a huge gain. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Dumps it off in the flats. Got room at the 35. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Got a lot of running room. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's
touchdown, Washington! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Got it set up on the outside. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. Washington State sends out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Still running at the 40. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
That kind of play will put a jolt into a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just inside the 40. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Wants to throw. It's Nunez. He'll get rid of it. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. Touchdown, Huskies. And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A tantalizing top 15 showdown today, and we've got an update. Nebraska is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Tom Osborne, this has not been a blowout today in Lincoln. They're up by 7 over Pittsburgh. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Fights off a defender. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Hits the spin cycle. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Right back to the well. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Now from inside the red zone. Makes the grab.
You see it so much in college football with a motion of running back out of the backfield. What are they looking for? Man coverage. Are you trying to cover my running back with one of your linebackers? If you are, I'm going to take advantage. I love taking advantage of the mismatch with your running back out in space. Keep doing that.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with a sack.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. To the end zone, and is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Quarterback has to have command in those situations. You cannot afford a penalty like that deep in your own territory. Takes the easy completion. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. He'll toss it. At the 20, he's got space. And he breaks into the open. A tremendous run. He was 4-4 after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of late. They can get chunks at a time. They've got playmakers all over the field.
gets it out quickly. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Nunez. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Skips away from pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. That last incompletion leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 21. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Handoff from the gun. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Power football with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies! Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here.
Washington State, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down.
State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Quarterback moving. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
29 Philly.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Going for the big play. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the 2nd half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running back searching for a hole. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know what time it is. It's about the big boys up front. You got to give me a little bit of space, a little crack. You just can't give up that penetration so my running back can fall forward just like that and get the first down.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. The option look. Now the pitch. Still on his feet at the 45. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Toss to the outside. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. The Huskies will keep this drive going.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Trying to turn the corner on the right. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, your running back, he gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can...
Touchdown, Huskies! And the beatdown has ensued. I mean, the way this team has dominated this game, impressive to say the least.
And it's cool now because you're kicking the credit of them so bad, you start to... And all them get to get juice and get to get some playing time, get some feel good on the other side. Well, they're just taking it right to the face.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They get him down after he makes the catch.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These little guys that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And now on 1st down after converting with the run. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Runs through the tackle. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to...
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Handoff to the lone back. Turns it on in midfield. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
So the offense accepts the roughing the passer penalty, and they get a new set of downs. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Feeling some... And here's a fumble way behind the line. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. They'll go to the toss. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I think everybody will look at that play, and you'll probably go, why the heck would you run the football? Well, you run it because it's second and forever. Well, now it's just third and ever. At least you limited it to now where it's a situation where you can go get that third down, and it's not...
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
14.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the run.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Washington State will have to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man... Big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
On the option. He'll pitch it. At the 45 on its way. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. The give to the tailback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes... Every game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to go up top on first down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
It's complete on the right side. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on fourth down to stop this drive.
And the offensive line has to do a better job protecting their man. It's fourth down. He needs some time to make a play. The defense brings the blitz, beats the offensive line, and gets the big sack.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
First down here for the offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. At the 35, he's loose. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
Washington will snap it in the red zone. Handoff to the single back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Smith wants to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Washington. And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
Well, what I love about this team early this year is it looks like they can fight through adversity. They started the year 2-0. This game looked like it was in the balance here in the fourth quarter. But after watching them answer with that last touchdown drive, that shows me they've got the mental toughness to potentially make a run this year.
On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Escapes trouble. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty good. Don't turn it over. Don't make a mistake. But this game is well in hand.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Goes to the option. The pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. So you get stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. On the move and looking deep. He's got it on the left. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion.